Hey everyone, this is Philip, and this is the best of the week for the Everyday Fighter podcast.
It's really important for a teenager that they actually develop their own skills separate. You know, the teenage boy especially is going to want to develop skills separate to his dad because he wants that. He wants his own. He wants to be his own person. And we have actually encouraged that. So, like, for instance, with his remote control planes, he's just a wizard at, you know, all the stuff he does. I don't know, like with his servos and he binds this and he programs that and he tunes that and and he's super good at fixing things. And for quite a few years now, I realized that he had this knack for fixing stuff that I just didn't. Like, I'm pretty handy, but he'll just push through somewhere where I'll stop. He'll just push through and keep trying stuff until he fixes it. And so I've really encouraged that. So I've actually backed off learning, so to speak, how to fix this stuff and just go, oh, Micah, you're really good at this. Like, could you do that for me? Like, oh, that's something. Could you fix that? Because, like, you're really good at that sort of stuff. Just, I've been consciously bringing that dynamic in, you know, trying to give him that thing that, you know, he's actually got skills that I don't have. But this is different again because, you know, we're both learning the same skills, but we've both got our different style and technique. Yeah, actually, I haven't got, this is a great conversation. So we've both got our different style and technique. We've both got our strengths and weaknesses we can already see. So we'll be able to pick up each other on areas where they're, you know, maybe part of their technique's down or whatever. But that doesn't make either of us any better because we know that I'm actually not good at some other area that he's better at, you know, like my flexibility is fairly shot, for instance, you know, and I find the high kicks are just, mate. Anyway, so I'm trying to work on flexibility. Like, trying to do a roundhouse kick higher than my waist is like agony, you know. And he's like super flexible at it. So he's just like easily, he's like, Dad, you're not kicking high enough, you know, you've got to bring it right up here. And I'm like, I can't. Yeah, no, but then on the other hand, you know, he'll drop his hands or he'll have this or that, and I'll be able to pick him up on that. And so, but it's very even, like, yeah, there's no higher than each other. It's just a really awesome dynamic, I find.
It's got to be an interesting feeling as well, in that when he does give you that advice, right? Or when you even just ask him a direct question about how do we do this?
Yep.
It must be a very interesting feeling. You know, I know you've been doing it for 6 months now, but I mean, like, even to like the first time of like, I, the parent, actually have to ask my son for help.
Yeah. It was interesting. There was definitely a few strange things going on in there. I don't remember it being too dramatic because I think I've had that mindset for a while now of asking him for help in different situations, stuff that I know he's good at, to build him up on that. So I don't think it was that too bad, but yeah, there was definitely. Like I said, I think I went in there with this expectation that I would be better than him at it.
Yeah.
For no reason, but then realizing that, you know, this is actually going to be quite a struggle for me to challenge, rather, to get all this stuff down. That I didn't have any of those real skills that would help in martial arts that I thought I would, you know, like, because I've had been able to do the gymnastic sort of stuff, and relatively fit. But when it comes to the whole aware of your body and where your hands and your feet are, and your mind wants your hands and feet to do this, but then your hands and feet don't do that, and and that, putting all that together, I've really had to work hard at, like from scratch, really. So realizing that I'm actually on the same level as him, it was a bit of an adjustment to start with. But I'm really glad about it, though, because it does bring this commonness. It does bring this, we're on the same level, and like we can be friends. And it doesn't take away in any way from any other part of our father-son relationship, because it's its own little context. It doesn't, in no way does it lower anything else in the rest of our life. It doesn't take away from anything. It just adds that whole togetherness. Yeah, it's really good.
Well, here's the thing with being taking advantage of opportunities that present themselves to you is an opportunity presenting itself, and are you in a situation, are you in a mindset of seeing it as an opportunity? Would you know that something is presented in front of you is an opportunity or not? I guess is my bottom line. There may be rules, or maybe certain expectations, or maybe some predetermined ideas that you have about what constitutes an opportunity or not. And my thought around it is, maybe you might want to relax your idea of what an opportunity looks like. It may be such that you think, okay, well, your opportunity is their hand coming down a little bit. Okay, well, that's, it's not coming down enough. Maybe that's the rule, right? Their hand right now is down at their cheek, but then it gets to their chin. Still not an opportunity. Oh, now it gets down to their collarbone. Oh, okay, now that's an opportunity. And then now you'd be able to throw that strike in there, right? But what if you relax that a little bit? What if you said, okay, well, you know what? It's getting down to their hand is getting down to their chin. Oh, you know what? This could be an opportunity as well, because all I have to do is kind of bat their hand down a little further, and then I'll create more of an opening for myself. So that's where I can get the shot in, right? So it wasn't necessarily the first step that presented itself so that you could do what you need to do. It's like, okay, maybe there's a little something that you need to do as well. There's maybe it'll take two steps this time for you to take advantage of what you see in front of you. And I know that that happens not only in the ring but also outside, right? You hear people say, "Gosh, if I just give me a chance, just give me an opportunity," right? But then something comes their way, and say, no, that's not it. It doesn't look right? Well, maybe they have a rule in their head, or they have a mental picture in their head of what needs to be there. And that mental picture, or their rule of what they say is an opportunity, is preventing them from the real opportunity. Right? One of my friends this past week, he talked about. He had a story about a guy that was caught in a flood. He's on the roof of his house, and he's praying to God, and he says, "God, please help me. Please, get me out of this situation." And a kid with a canoe comes by, and it says, "Hey, mister, you need some help?" He's like, no, God's going to be sending me some help. Don't worry about it. That canoe's a little bit small. Just keep on going. He's like, "God, please help me." He says it again, "Please help me." Helicopter comes by, it's like, "Hey, we'll help you. We'll just lower down a rope." No. God's going to send me something else. I can't, really, that rope isn't something that I can really do. Just keep on going, find something else. And, a couple more instances of that happen. The guy ends up dying, And when he's in heaven, he says, God, I was asking for your help. What, why didn't you send me help? And he's like, well, I did send you help. I sent you the canoe. I sent you the helicopter, the thing, but you just didn't see it as an opportunity. You just didn't see it. You had a different idea of what help meant.